Cliff County 911.
There's a robbery at Piggly Wiggly. We need somebody up here now.
There's a robbery at Piggly Wiggly?
Just come on, man. They got a gun in my... Just come on.
Robbery in progress, Piggly Wiggly. Which Piggly? Hello?
Officer Dormany McCrae, a 4-year veteran with the Tifton, Georgia PD, was patrolling the streets when that robbery call went out over the radio.
Piggly Wiggly's maybe a couple hundred yards away from me. I turned in, I was there in less than 30 seconds. As I came up, I didn't see anyone inside, and it was time for them to close. Took my weapon out and approached it cautiously. As I walked in, there was a guy, he was behind one of the cash registers, but he was kneeled down. And when I walked in, he stood up. He didn't say anything. He just pointed towards the office area there. And by that time, I looked over there, and the door was cracked, and I can hear someone yelling, "You got 30 seconds, you got 30 seconds. Hurry up, you got 30 seconds. It's the real deal here.
I've been in Tifton 22 years, and this was the first type of call of this nature. You don't get many calls saying there's an armed robbery at Piggly Wiggly with hostages.
The armed robber, Craig Plymell, closed the office door, but Officer McCrae spotted an opening in the wall above the office and moved in to get a bird's eye view.
I climbed on top of the ice cream machine and was able to look inside the office and see what was going on.
The store manager was stuffing cash into a bag in one room. In another room, Plymell was wearing a bandage over his face, and he held the terrified teenage cashier named Casey hostage.
Mr. Plymell had a 44 Magnum with a 6 to an 8-inch barrel. There's no doubt in anybody's mind he meant business. The gun alone would scare you to death.
Although the manager was supposed to hand Plymell the money, she didn't, fleeing when she had the chance. Now, Plymell was even more desperate. He tried to take KC out the front door until he saw a swarm of cops outside.
He realizes he can't go that way. Turns around, drags her back, headed to the back part of the store there. That's where he sees me again. And I'm telling him to drop the gun.
Drop the gun!
He just looked at me and drug her back into the office.
He realized that something had to be done quickly. Time was not really on his side.
I climbed back on top of the ice cream machine, and I'm looking back inside.
Now, Plymell's back was turned to Officer McCrae.
I'm trying to wave my hand through the opening to get the young lady's attention, to let her know that I was there. And after a few seconds, she finally looked up at me, and her facial expression, she was terrified.
But in the face of fear, this young woman did the unexpected.
She looked up and she mouthed, shoot him twice. I couldn't shoot him then because he had the gun on her. I didn't want to shoot him. He have a reflex and pull the trigger and shoot her. She moved just a little bit. They got the barrel off of her.
Officer McCrae seized the moment. He fired just one shot, striking Plymell in the head. Plymell would survive the wound, but more importantly, KC was unharmed.
It was like a chess game. He'd make a move, I'd make a move. He'd make a move, I'd make a move. He made a move, and I put him in checkmate. But it's part of the job. You may have to do that when you put that badge on. Would I be able to do it again? Yeah. If I didn't have to do it again for the rest of my career, that'd be fine too. I'm still Officer Dormany McCrae.
Officer McCrae is a top cop, and I firmly believe had he not responded the way he did, Casey, possibly some others, could have lost their life.